The views and opinions expressed by the participants on this show are not necessarily those of Stewart Information Services Corporation, Stewart Title, or Stewart Insurance. Before you make any investment, you should seek the advice of your investment advisor or attorney.
Whether you're a real estate broker, realtor, homeowner, buyer, or seller, everything matters when it comes to real estate. This is Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title. Stewart Title's Bill Napick and guests open the door to what really matters in owning, buying, and selling real estate. And now, Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title, brought to you by Stewart Insurance. Here to inform, entertain, and inspire, Bill Napick.
Welcome to the show. It is Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title. I'm your host, Bill Napick, show number 473. As always, go to stewart.com/radio. That's right. That's where you can see and hear the show. In addition, you can see and hear past shows for many, many years on Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title. Thank you all for joining us. Whether you're driving, doing work in the garden, whatever it may be, we have a super show for you today. So let's get down to business right now as we welcome Ken Brand with Compass Real Estate. He's the sales manager in the Woodlands. Ken, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
So here you are. First of all, let's tell people, most everyone knows Compass, but let's tell people about Compass Realty.
Sure. Well, everyone might not know Compass. Compass has been in business for 10 years in America, only 4 years here in Houston. And in that short 4 years, as a new brokerage with no agents, no offices, we've grown to become the number one dollar volume sold brokerage in all of Houston. And Compass is also number one in all of Austin and all of Dallas and in Texas.
And that doesn't happen by accident, right? You have tremendous people doing great work, helping buyers and sellers every day, all over.
Yes, sir. That's exactly right. I think that's what sets Compass apart. There, in the real estate, you have the business of the real estate business. That's the brokerage side. And then you have the business of the real estate, which is what the agents do. And what Compass did was kind of look at the landscape and say, what's missing? And what I love about Compass, and when I've joined them, I'm just going on my second year, is that it was designed to support the career-minded professional agent to help them leverage their talents and their skills, energy, and effort and things like that with the support to help them achieve whatever their goal is. So a couple things that set us apart. One, this incredible level of support, not only human support, but technological support, marketing support. But we only hire experienced agents with a proven track record. And also they must be vetted by two of our agents saying, yes, that's a person that would be a good fit for us. So we only have full-time, fully committed agents. It makes a big difference.
It really does. And, of course, I mentioned you're the sales manager. So as you mentioned support, you're in one of the support roles helping the real estate team.
That's correct. So what we're looking at there is a manager. We have two managers, myself and Bethany McDaniel in the Woodlands. And so as leadership, one of the aspects of the support we provide to our team members is how to leverage what they're doing. So the strategies in terms of how do I attract more attention and attract more business listings and selling and so on. And then when I go talk to my buyers, and let's talk about sellers. If I talk to my sellers, what is it that I can do to help them get that property sold for the highest price, get it sold in the time frame they want, deliver a really high-level experience? We're super committed on the service side. So we help with the strategies and the execution of the action plans to help them attract more business and then to deliver a superior result for their clients and also a better experience for repeat and referral business.
Well, so many things come into play in the support role. And as I read your bio, two things jumped out at me. One was helping agents with their presentation skills or presentation coaching. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about that. That's unique. First time I've seen that.
Yeah. So so coaching is a big thing across the country in the agent community. So agents have the raw talent. I know what I want to do. I'm willing to go do it. What we do is supply the strategy, basically. So the coaching, depending on the agent, what their goals are, would include things like how to attract more, let's say, sellers or more buyers. What are the actions and activities that lead to that? What kind of marketing materials do you need? What is the cadence of sending them? Are you going to do social media? Are you doing video? Are you doing podcast? Are you doing direct mail? Are you doing e-newsletters? Are you doing video texting? So there's this kind of an ocean of things you can do. We help them sift through the ocean, come up with an action plan that'll help them achieve their goal, right, and leverage their personal skills and abilities.
And as you describe that and all the other things that you're doing as a company and as a coach, there are so many things. It seems to me one of the things would be discretion. Is there's so many tools. How do I know, Ken, which one to use?
Yeah, so this is where the leadership comes in, because there is you want to narrow down your action plan and your strategy to things going to be most effective. It could be a little bit different plan for different agents. Some agents are more comfortable making phone calls, doing pop buys and in-person things. Some are more comfortable on the social media thing. So we look at what their business is. The way to succeed, the principles are fairly universal. It's about outreach, connection, conversation, and creating top mind awareness and the minds and memories of the people within your sphere. So our strategy is, okay, we know what the goal is. So what are the tools and what are the materials that we need to put into place in order to make that happen? So it's a customized plan for each agent. A big component of what we do is accountability. So we create the plan, but then we collaborate with them to make sure they're on track and then we're removing any barriers that might come up to keep things streamlined and help them become successful faster.
Another thing that came to my attention is the word persuasion.
Yes.
Now, persuasion in some ways goes hand in hand with sales to begin with. But then again, we hear different definitions for what a salesperson is, and solving problems, all these different things. But where does persuasion come in?
Yeah, that's a good question. So persuasion, there's multiple levels for that. But if I'm an agent and I know 250 people, 300 people that I stay in contact with, and what we know is that about 80% of business that an experienced agent generates is from someone that knows them, or it's a referral from somebody that has sent them. So the persuasion part is, how do I show up in the minds and the memories and the lives of the people that I'm connected with in a way that would persuade them or cause them to think of me first when they have a real estate question or a real estate need, or a friend is having call, hey, we're getting transferred. Do you know a good agent? I want our agents to be the person that pops up. So persuasion has to do with the what is the method of delivery of my message, whether it be in person, video, text, and so on. And then also, what is the message? What does it say? And how is that connecting and is relevant with that prospect? And then the third thing is it's said that persuasion is a transference of confidence. So what we're really looking to do is, how do we have our agent kind of beam out a level of confidence in terms of marketing, expertise, experience, and so on, that would cause somebody to say, hey, I want to do business with you. I think you can take care of me.
And I think it's very important, as you're mentioning, to be top of mind if we're whatever business we're in, certainly a real estate professional. And that's not easy to do because I don't have the numbers, but let's just say there's a lot of real estate professionals, not just in Houston, Texas, but if we narrow down your area, the Woodlands. So every realtor has their own challenge along the way, and they have to be strategic, right?
Yes, that's correct. So the way top mind awareness is created is through relevant, remarkable, and repetitious on-purpose contact and conversation.
Oh, wait a minute. Do that again. That makes sense. Say it again.
So to create top mind awareness, what you need is relevant, remarkable, and repetitious on-purpose contact and conversation. So that's the principle. So we know what we need to do. Now, the key to success is, okay, how do I do that? So my plan might look like, I'm going to send out a market report to everybody I know about listing activity, sales activity once a month. Whenever I'm doing video, I'm going to send out 3 or 4 text messages checking in with my people that I know, see if I can do for them. But I'm going to do a video text message, because a video text message is going to resonate and be way more memorable than a regular text message. If I'm sending out regular emails, I'm going to embed video into my emails. So the difference in success is, one, I have to understand the concept. But like everything else, there are tons of agents, but there's many of them don't know what to do, or they do know what to do and they don't do it. at Compass, we have proven pros, right? And they are hard chargers. So they take what we share with them and put it into play. And this causes them to create top mind awareness that overshadows their competitors who are taking less action or are less dramatic or less impressive. And then they get the call.
Give us a quick word. You mentioned the word mind. Mindset comes into play in every activity that a real estate professional is involved in. Give us one of your thoughts on mindset.
Yes, mindset.
Is that kind of important? Or...
Yeah. So mindset really is probably you have a skill set. What do I do? When do I do it? How do I do it? And then the mindset, which is what do I need to do? When do I need to do it? How do I need to do it? What is the importance of that? And so you have to be very action biased to be a successful agent. And you also realize you're unemployed every day, right? So it's exciting to get a listing, yay! Then it goes under contract, then you're out of business, it's going to close and so on. So you're always chasing. So the mindset of running fast, running scared, if you will, is important. And then the mindset is if you're competing with others, then you have to actually do the things that you need to do in order to be successful, right? The action plan. You have to take action with that. So the mindset is everything. Also, you get kicked in the teeth a lot, isn't it? A lot of rejection.
You have to be tough.
Yeah, you have to be tough. And some will, some won't, so what, right? You're just doing your best every day. It's very philosophical, in nature, and you'll get a good result.
We're talking with Ken Brand, sales manager of Compass Real Estate. Ken, before we close this segment, what else do you want people to know?
Let's see. I would say market condition-wise, I have just a quick overview on that. So for the past several months, if you're reading the news, the end is near and the real estate market is going to be a disaster and prices are going to fall through the floor. And so a lot of people are waiting for that. That is not happening in Houston. It's definitely not happening in the Woodlands. What we're seeing is all of those indicators are headed up, right? So days on the market, headed down. Things are selling faster. Average list price, median list price, headed up. Average sold price, median sold prices, they're going up every month as well. Average list price to sales price ratio, the negotiated terms, were as low as 94% 3 or 4 months ago. Now they're back up to 98 and 99%. So the market is strong. It's a seller's market. So you need some smart, experienced guidance, whether you're a seller or a buyer, to navigate through that to get the best result.
Ken, let's tell people how they can reach you.
Yes, you can reach me. 832-797-1779 is my phone number. Ken at Ken Brand is my email. And then if you just type Ken Brand into Google, you'll get all kinds of stuff, and it'll be easy to reach me.
The phone number again is?
832-797-1779.
Thank you so much, Ken.
It's beautiful being here. It's good to see you again, Bill.
Thank you. Let's continue and talk with Catherine Wheat. Her company is called Catherine C. Wheat School of Real Estate. Catherine, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate being here, Bill.
We're glad to see you here. And also, it's going to be great to talk a little bit about your school because that's very unique. Certainly, you're helping buyers and sellers, but let's tell people about your school.
Well, I started my school about 9 years ago now, actually on the heels of a divorce. Had to reinvent myself after raising a couple of kids, but found a way to do that through my real estate school, and I haven't looked back ever since. I actually started my school because I wanted to teach one class on networking. I had written a book about networking called Networking Naked and Unafraid, and I just wanted to teach that class, and nobody would give me the time of day. They would not answer my phone calls. They did not answer my emails, my texts, because I tried to join another school just to teach that class. But I am very persistent, and I decided to go ahead and start my own school. So I did that, and over time, I've had other people connect with me wanting to teach for my school. So we've grown. I have 9 instructors, and we also teach in the Dallas area now as well. We've taught in San Antonio and Austin, too. So we get around.
Well, I think that's a good point. And as I looked at your website, let's tell people right off of your website, because all the classes that you have, they're voluminous and varied as to what they are. So let's tell people the website.
Awesome. So the website is catherinewheat.com, and I'll spell it because there's about a million ways to spell Catherine.
I was thinking that, yes.
Kathryn, wheat, WHEAT.com, just like the grain.
Well, what's interesting is that many real estate professionals, people that become realtors, used to be teachers in school, right?
It's
Not real
true.
estate schools, but they come from the real estate or from the school world, grade school, high school, things like that. But here you have a real estate school. I think that's even nicer.
I love it. I love being able to see the light bulbs go off when I'm teaching a class. Personally, I don't teach as much as I used to, but being able to educate people and share the knowledge that I've gained it's an amazing opportunity to just help people. It feels really good.
Great satisfaction in that. And by the way, our business development officer, Kevin Davidson,
Yes.
invited you to the show, and I understand he might even be teaching a class or two along the way.
We are teaching a lot of classes for him, and I love working with Stewart Title, Kevin Davidson in the Sugarland and Richmond offices. He's amazing. He really values the education side of real estate, and we teach. We're going to be teaching Legal 2 for him, I believe, Legal 1 or Legal 2, Legal 1. And that's going to be May 5th, so you can look on my website on the calendar there if you want to sign up for that. We teach about 20 classes a month in person, and it's been really busy this year. I teach so should I go ahead and go into all the...
Yeah, tell.
Yeah.
Feel
So
free.
we partner with builders and developers and title companies, people in the business, to bring real estate classes to real estate agents for free. Because as an agent myself, I know that there are so many fees and so many things that
To say the least.
come out
Yeah.
of your money that if we can offer them for free, then it's a win-win for everybody, because the builders and developers, they want to get the agents into their communities. So we go into the communities and we teach in the model homes, we teach in the amenity centers, we teach in title company offices, wherever. So we like I said, we get around. We're everywhere, wherever the need is, and the realtors get their education. The builders, developers, title companies get their face in front of the realtors. The realtors get educated about the communities, title companies, wherever the sponsors are from. So it works great for everyone.
Okay, so let's just clarify. So you're saying the classes are free, or some of them are free?
All the live classes that we do are free, without exception.
Phenomenal.
We do not. There are people that reach out to me that want to charge the realtors a minimal fee, and we just say no. That's not how we operate. It's always free to the realtor. Now, I do also offer online education for qualifying education, things like SAE classes, also electives. Those are not free. I've partnered with the CE Shop, which you can find my portal on my website as well. But those are not free. Those are going to be charged, but I also have a promo code that I can get them 30% off.
So there you are, helping people all along the way. They can find the promo code on your website.
I'm going to tell
Or
them.
you
I'm
can go
going
ahead
to
and
tell them right now. It is KCW Love 30. KCW Love 30 for 30% off.
LOVE
LOVE.
30. There you go.
Just love for me.
Well, that is unbelievable. So a word about the people that are attending, whether they're online or otherwise. How many of them are people that are getting their license or that have aspirations of being a great realtor?
A lot of people online that are doing the online classes are getting their license. That is what and it works for them because a lot of times they have other jobs. They can go on there at midnight or 2 a.m. or whenever it's convenient for them to get those hours in and get that education done. So the online option really works well for them. The in-person classes that we do, those are it runs the gamut of realtors that have been licensed for 50 years to brand new babies. So we have everyone in our classes. And we have a huge variety of classes as well.
And out of curiosity, as far as I'm trying to get at the new realtor, or how many people want to become realtors. So let's say this year what you've seen versus last year at the same time. Do you see an increase? Is it the same? What's happening?
Definitely an increase since COVID. A lot of people got into real estate during the pandemic because it was one of the things that was considered essential. and people switched gears. That's actually when I got licensed myself. I had my real estate school, and things slowed down because we couldn't teach in person anymore. Of course, we went to Zoom for a little while and made that work, limped along at that. But, getting licensed during that time, there was a lot of people. So I look at all the numbers of the real estate agents, and we're in the 8s now. And only a few years ago, we were in the 7s. So this is a little techie, but they're 6 digits long. So it takes a while to get from the 6s to the 7s to the 8s.
Well, again, when on the new agent, people that want to become agents, what do you see or feel from your work there at the school? What are the motivations? What motivates people these days here in the 2020s to be a real estate professional?
The market has been really good if you work it. If you work it. I feel like there are a lot of people that get in, don't really know that it's going to be a lot of work.
A lot of work.
It's going to be a lot of work, and you have to be consistent and persistent. That's probably the best advice I can give any new agent is just keep going. That first year is going to be tough. Maybe don't give up your day job just yet, but work it as best you can. And jump in. You're going to have to work hard to make it happen.
Do you think sometimes people watch the TV shows and it makes it look a little...
It's so glamorous.
It does, right?
You can walk around in my spike heels
everything
and show
is an $11 million home. I'm driving a Mercedes. And,
right. That's not reality.
That's not reality. Let the word go most of the time.
For most people. But, man, if you're lucky enough to get that gig, God bless you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, what's interesting, we've had people that are selling on a regular basis here in Houston, top realtors selling 11, 15 million.
They're there.
They're still saying the bread and butter is the 350, the 400, the 500. So you have to have that.
I think it's not even the 350 anymore. I think that's bumped up to 400.
Exactly.
Because prices have gone up. I know that Ken before was talking about, just how the market's been and how things are moving along. It's competitive.
Well, let's tell people, when you are selling and helping buyers and sellers, other than what you're doing at your school, what area of town do you focus on, if any?
I mainly focus on the Katy and Fulshire area, but because of teaching, I'm actually in all of the suburbs, the communities around Houston. So I am familiar with all of the areas. I just sold a house out in Montgomery, a beautiful home, new construction, and I love working new construction. I guess probably because I'm in new construction all the time with teaching classes, so I'm familiar with all the builders, all the developers, and I'm lucky to be able to have all that knowledge as well.
Well, people are raving about Montgomery. I've heard more about that recently than ever. Yes.
Beautiful out there.
Well, Catherine Wheat, your school is Catherine C. Wheat, and I know what C stands for.
Yes, Crawford. Yes.
How about that? So before we close this segment, Catherine, what else do you want people to know?
Oh, my goodness. Reach out to me. If you have questions about education, definitely give me a call. Number is 281-794-8111. Give me a call. I'd be happy to help you with whatever questions you have as far as getting qualified education goes, or if you want to know more about coming out to the model homes and taking the classes live, or if you just need to look at buying and selling real estate. I wear a lot of hats.
You're wearing a lot of hats. Also, your website's tremendous. There's a lot of information there. Let's tell people the website.
One more time, KatherineWheat.com, KatherineWheat.com.
And the phone number is?
281-794-8111.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Bill. It's been my pleasure. It was super fun.
So now it's time to find out about a wonderful organization called NAREP. We have Eva Campos and Nikki Falcone right here with us. Ladies, welcome to the show.
Thank you. We're happy to be here.
Great to be here.
Well, it is very exciting. So first of all, Eva, you are the past president, right, of NAREP.
Correct.
Let's tell people what NAREP is.
So NAREP is a nonprofit organization, and it stands for the National Association for Hispanic Real Estate Professionals. It's a nonprofit organization made up of everyone in the real estate industry, from realtors to title company to insurance to lenders to roofers realtors. We have a
Wow.
little bit of everyone involved in the organization. It's a networking organization. It's an educational organization. And it's an opportunity to meet other people and grow our own business while we're educating realtors.
And Eva, as far as it sounds like anyone can join.
Anyone can join.
You need to be in the real estate profession, though. Would that be safe?
No,
to say?
no, anyone can join.
So I can be, like you said, a roofer. Maybe
Anyone
I'm a
in the
plumber.
industry that supports the real estate business, like a plumber. We have roofers in the business. We have lawn people in the business.
Give us an idea. You are the past president, and what are the activities of your organization if someone's a member, or your activities as the past president?
So NAREP is a national association. There are over 300 chapters here in Houston. We have 3 local chapters. We have the Houston chapter, the Greater Houston chapter. We have Katy West, and we're the North Houston chapter. We're the youngest chapter. The Greater Houston chapter has been around for about 20 years. Our goal or our intent is to help families sustain ownership, basically. So our role is to educate our members. So it's $49 to join a standard membership for 1 year, and our goal is to educate our members. So we provide lunch and learns. We provide 4 major big events. For example, we have an event coming up very soon, actually this month, called The Rise of Female Entrepreneurs. And we have Veronica Bearfield with Keller Williams, as well as Crystal Sarmiento.
Veronica was just on the show.
So she's one of the women that we're acknowledging and honoring at our event. And they're going to talk about their journey, their struggles, and their rise to the top of their industry. We have Crystal Sarmiento that's also speaking that day. And she's a realtor, she's a leader, she's a coach, and now she's running for city council person there in Manville where she lives.
And are your meetings once a month where you meet in person, or how often do you have meetings?
So we have board meetings with our board of directors. But as far as membership, we have a communication that we created ourselves where we stay in touch, we keep them informed, but our main goal is to provide educational opportunities. We want our members to be the best educated realtors out there. So we provide a lot of lunch and learns. And so our lunch and learns are geared more by our members. For example, if we have title companies who are members, lenders who are members, insurance companies that are members, they pay to become a member, and then they get in front of our over 200 members in our organization for a lunch and learn. And so our goal is to educate them. So we also provide a lot of free CE hours. If we have someone who's offering a class that has free CE hours, then our members walk away with free CE hours as well. So again, our goal is to educate our members so that they can go out and do a great job for their clients.
And how does someone, you have been the president, we're going to talk to the new president here in about 3 seconds, but as you are the president, how do you get to be a president in NAREP?
So
Are you a realtor? Also?
I'm also a realtor.
Okay.
I'm a realtor with Keller Williams. I've been there for 7 years. And I also got accepted by HAR for the leadership program for 2023. So I'm really involved. I'm also a school board trustee of a charter school. So I'm really involved in the community. But I got involved. I was actually invited to be president because this chapter was, they were actually about to close the chapter down because it was not doing well. So when they approached me and they asked me if I wanted to be president, the scenario basically was, we have no members, we have no sponsors, and we're at a negative 13,000. Would you like to be president? And the option was either we change the name from NAREP North Houston to maybe the Woodlands, to Tomball, to something else, or do you want to keep the name? And I felt like I really wanted to keep the name, so I inherited all the issues, and my goal, I was focused to turn it around, and we did. Within 6 months, I grew it to over 200 members, a lot of sponsors, and a lot of events and lunch and learns.
Well,
so it's not the same chapter anymore.
That's very interesting. So let's tell people, why don't you introduce, I mentioned Nikki is here, the new president. Let's tell people about Nikki, and we're going to hear from Nikki right now.
So I'm really excited to bring Nikki here today and introduce her as our president for 2023.
Thank you. I'm excited to be incoming president.
2023. So does your presidency start now, or did it start
Installation starts the 27th of this month. I will be installed as 2023 president. I'm excited. We have an event the event coming up. That will be my installation as well. It has been a challenge, but I have a great mentor. Eva has done a great job, and I look forward to increasing our sponsorship. I look forward to increasing our members. For $49, only $49. I mean,
That's a good, yeah.
all the benefits are there. Your CE, education, growing your business as a person, as a realtor. You want to grow. You want to brand out there. NAREP has helped me in my business as being a realtor. It has grown my business. I am one of the top agents, and I help Hispanics, first-time home buyers. That is I love
Specialty,
doing that.
maybe,
My
right,
specialty.
right.
Every realtor has a specialty, and you have to find that. I love leading. Since I've been a realtor, I have 6 family members, younger nieces and nephews, that have joined and became realtors.
So you're a tremendous influence.
Yes.
And what do they say when they became realtors, Nikki? They said, "Oh, Nikki, should I be a realtor?"
Oh, yeah. They say, oh, Nikki's always on trips. This has to be easy.
Just like the TV shows.
Just like, no, I'm always on trip with my laptop. So with NAREP, I'm always working. I have lunch with my girls, and they're like, Mom, do you ever stop working? Well, you can't in this industry. There's no stop. So for NAREP, I want to brand it. I want to get it North Houston chapter. There's a lot of people in the North that we can help. Our sponsors like Chase, Home Creations, First National Bank, and Loan Depot, those are our annual sponsors. We want to share their business, our business, and all grow as one.
So there's a lot of networking. There's a
yes.
lot of
Fun networking.
Fun and partnerships, so to speak, right?
Yes.
And one of the things I'm noticing, and not just on this show, but every show, is that people that are successful and busy do many things.
Oh,
like
yes.
you're saying,
Yes.
one of the questions I was going to say, well, how do you have time to be the president of NAREP and have all the responsibilities? But it seems the people that are busy always want to do more
Yes.
and find more to do, and you keep a certain rhythm going.
I get it all the time. Do you ever sleep? Based on my social media, but I do sleep, and I do have family time, and it takes a lot of work, and this chapter is a great chapter. We have lots of sponsors. We're looking for more table sponsors if anybody wants to join our event this 27th. Usually it's $500, and because it's short notice, I asked that we do our table sponsors for $300. So we do have tables available still. It's a great opportunity for someone to network their business.
Well, Nikki, I'm imagining when the installation happens and you are officially the new president, I'm guessing like even right now you have a to-do list that when you get there, you have a lot of stuff to do. Is that true?
Yes.
So you're getting ready.
Yes. I'm on fire. Let's do this.
So it's already exciting.
Yes.
I mean, here you are, Eva, the past president. I mean, doing incredible work and being a tremendous ambassador for NAREP. And look at how great already Nikki is going to. We could see that she's going to be very successful.
She will.
Yes. And we have an event that I'm excited for brokers, a battle of the brokers. Let's see who's the best broker.
Well, how does the
Coming
battle
up.
of the brokers work?
Well,
Drum roll.
drum
Okay,
roll. They're going to come and preach why realtors should join their brokerage.
See, that's one of the mysteries of the universe is that there are tons of realtors, I don't know, 40,000, whatever it is in Houston, and I always am curious why one joins this company, this broker, versus this.
Right, and this is their opportunity to tell the realtors.
Battle of the brokers.
The battle. Who will wear the crown?
That's exciting.
Yes.
So, well, we're going to want to hear about that after that happens. So you guys are going to have to come back. You will have to come back, Nikki. In the meantime, before we close the segment, a last word, Eva?
Well, I'd like to encourage everyone, whether it's NAREP or any other organization, get involved with your community. If you're a business person, you're an entrepreneur, it's really important to connect and engage with your community and support your community. They need to see you out there. They need to see you busy. They need to see you engage. And the work and the business and home buying and selling will naturally just come to you.
And let's tell people how they can reach you if they want to reach you.
They could reach me at 713-906-6914. That's my cell number. And if you'd like to join and become a member of this organization, you can email me or text me. My email address is evacampos@kw.com, or you can email NAREP membership at narep.org directly to join NAREP North Houston.
Your phone number again is?
713-906-6914.
And Nikki, how can people reach you?
My cell number is 832-433-3694. They can also reach my brokerage, Cavazos Realty, and my email is nikkifalcon@cavazosrealty.com.
Nikki Falcon.
Nikki Falcon.
Easy to remember. Again, the phone number, Nikki, is?
832-433-3694.
Thank you for being with us, ladies.
Thank you.
If you're a real estate professional, then listen closely. Cyber criminals are targeting our industry. They are impersonating real estate professionals, homebuyers, sellers, and title agents. Their goal is to gain access to your inboxes, computers, and clients so they can steal information and funds. Does your business insurance offset these risks? Not sure? Contact Stewart Insurance to determine if your business is properly insured. Visit stewartinsurance.com or call 866-798-2827. Visit stewartinsurance.com or call 866-798-2827.
Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title would not be possible without our partner, Stewart Insurance. With a focus in real estate and a special focus on real estate brokers, Stewart Insurance creates insurance plans to address the risks facing our industry today. They invest a significant amount of time helping real estate broker owners offset and manage their risks. Here he is with Stewart Insurance, John Bramlett. John, welcome to the show.
Always a pleasure, Bill.
Well, John, here you are. Every week we talk insurance and things related to insurance. What have you brought for us today?
Well, I know that we like to speak a lot about, since we've been part of Real Estate Matters, what's happening in the insurance industry. But more than talking about why something's happening or what's happening, provide some context behind it. And there's been a lot of conversation both with clients that we work with and just in general about the increase in auto insurance rates and why we're seeing an increase in auto insurance rates. So I wanted to spend a little bit of time today providing some context around that situation.
That's a good topic.
We're seeing it across the board. I mean, my auto coverage is coming up in May, and I'm looking at a 26% bump. And I haven't had any hiccups. No, it's not. But I haven't had any hiccups at all.
So you haven't had an accident or you haven't had your catalytic converter taken?
No, I haven't had my catalytic converter taken. No, I only drive the speed limit and always stay in the right-hand lane and use my blinker, my turn indicator.
Driver.
I am a model driver, yes. I'm only use, I'm Mr. Turn Indicator, so
stop, a full complete stop at this. Unlike the people that drive through my neighborhood.
Yes.
They drive me nuts. Anyway.
Yeah, stop sign doesn't mean stop. A couple some background of to help with that context, that the private passenger insurance market represents about 70% of all the property and casualty plans written. So when you think about wind or auto or flood, homeowners, 70% of those plans are going to be in that area are going to be auto. Historically, that's been a fairly stable business. In some cases, it'll be a break even for the insurance companies, but it's fairly stable. The insurance companies saw really spike positively for them from 2018 through 2020. So if you think about what we went through, we had the pandemic. Because of the pandemic, there were higher unemployment numbers. So that translated into people driving less. We were driving faster because there are less people on the road, and we need to remember that. But people were driving less. But that's changed. Now that we're post-pandemic and people are back out on the road, we're seeing a significant increase in the number of claims and the severity of claims. So we're back to the same number of folks on the road, but we're driving faster. So that's kind of a start.
Now, let me ask you, how do they know that people are driving faster? There's more tickets, or is there some other kind of barometer?
There's a couple of ways. I mean, there's more tickets, so you can see what that's going on. There are ways that insurance companies and the traffic authorities will do research and analysis on what they're seeing from traffic patterns. There's also some tools like telematics that insurance companies will use to people will put in their cars to evaluate their driving, to hopefully that would be a way to minimize a premium or reduce a premium. So there's a variety of ways that they can look at that. But we've seen in 2021 we saw $4.1 billion loss by the insurance companies in the auto sector. AM Best, which is a ratings service that has a heavy focus in the insurance world, and we use the AM Best ratings as a way to evaluate our insurance partners. They're looking at another $10 billion in losses through the first 9 months of last year. So it's really has infected the entire property and casualty insurance world. So if you think about it, if 70% of all plans are auto, it's gonna affect the entire business. So when people ask why does the increase in autos, premiums going to affect my homeowners, because everything affects everything, and the people insurance companies write multiple plans and different types of plans. So they're looking at in 2022 something like a $26 billion industry loss because of that. So when there are accidents, they're more expensive. There's a greater rate of fatality because of this idea that we're driving faster. In the first 9 months of 2022, almost 32,000 people lost their lives. That's an 18% increase since 2018. That the last really kind of pre-pandemic year. We're seeing costs of claims up 14%. Auto claims. The average cost of a claim for an automobile now is in the neighborhood of $10,000. So you've got expensive parts. You've got expensive cars to repair. You've got supply chain issues, so the ability to get those parts. So, and then with the more accidents, you're seeing an increase in healthcare costs because you've got an increase in medical expenses. And a lot of it's just driven by, either poor driving habits or distracted driving habits. So we're not paying attention to the road. We don't have our hands on the wheel. We're focused on something other than driving. Those are kind of the drivers.
You see it all the time. All you have to do is look in the next car, and someone's usually on the phone.
Well, yeah,
more often than not.
If somebody's ahead of you on 610 loop and they're going side to side, chances are they're on their phone.
Distressing. What can we do?
Well, there's a couple of things we can do. I mean, one, you can put a telematic system into your car. Talk to your insurance advisor. There are companies that offer those services where it either put it in your car, or now it can be an app on your phone, and you turn it on when you're in your car, and it will indicate to the insurance company the quality of your driving. So are you driving within the speed limit? When are you driving? How often do you drive? And based upon those types of things, it can, that can help. I mean, obviously just follow, the traffic laws. And be a conservative driver. Don't be an aggressive driver. I mean, that can help. And then insurance companies are looking at ways as well. I mean, they're evaluating their risk appetite. They're evaluating how they determine what a premium is going to be for an individual. They're having more and better analytics to make better decisions about who to cover and how to cover and why they should or should not cover them.
Well, John, that sounds fascinating and a great heads up for everybody listening that has a car that drives. Before we close the segment, what else do you want people to know?
Well, we can't do as an insurance broker. We are an independent insurance broker, and we work with a variety of insurance partners. We are not the insurance company, so I can't control what the premiums are. But what we can do is help you find the best value for you to make sure that you are properly insured with your auto insurance. So if that means you need a lot of coverage, if you're Bill Napick and you're driving every day, you may need more coverage than somebody that's working from home that's only on the road a couple of times a day. So our insurance advisors can work with you to try to find the best plan possible based upon what your needs are.
And how can people reach you?
They can reach us at 866-798-2827. That's 866-798-2827. They can learn more about us at stewartinsurance.com or email us at stewartinsurance@stewart.com.
And of course, you're helping people not just here in Houston, Texas, but if someone's in another state, they can reach out to you once again at
866-798-2827.
Thank you so much, John Bramlett.
Always a pleasure, Bill.
I say it very often. Stay close to your Stewart Title Business Development Officer. Here he is, Kevin Davidson. Kevin, a quick word about the offices. You did a great job. You brought Catherine here. You always bring tremendous guests. Let's tell people about what you're doing.
Well, I represent the Stewart Title offices in Sugar Land and the Richmond area, which is in Fort Bend County. And my claim to fame, or the way that I conduct my business, is I, much like Catherine, my guest today, I provide CE education for the agents in the Fort Bend County area. I design, create, get approved, and teach my own CE classes, and they're all marketing related.
Also, as far as just to give us a quick word on the marketplace where you are in the two Stewart offices, Fort Bend, Sugar Land, activity's pretty good, huh?
Oh yeah, it went down a little bit towards the end of the year and in January, but in the last 2 months, especially in the last 30 days, it's picked up considerably for us in both offices.
That sounds awesome. How can people reach you, Kevin Davidson?
832-654-0527. 832-654-0527.
And thank you so much. We can hardly wait to see who you're bringing next month. Here she is, Martha Palmer with our Champions office. Martha, welcome to the show.
Good to see you again, Bill.
Well, let's tell people real quick, the Champions office, you're singing We Are the Champions all the time. I can hear it from where I live in the Katy area. In the meantime, let's tell us a quick word about your office.
Our office is located at Highway 249 and Cypresswood over there in the Champions area. We service that area, a little bit of Spring and a little bit of Tomball at the same time. Work very closely with our other two Stewart Title offices, the one in Tomball and the one in Cypress.
For some reason, I've heard the term spring many times on this show, but this time the reference having a spring in your step comes to mind. I have no idea why. Martha, you're doing tremendous things right there at the office. Let's tell people how they can reach you.
You can always reach me on my cell, 832-237-6996. That's 832-237-6996.
Martha, thanks for being with us.
Oh, thanks, Bill. It's always a pleasure.
Here he is, all the way from the Woodlands. Ken Brand is back with Compass Real Estate. Ken, as we wind down the show, let's tell people what else you want them to know about what you're doing there in the Woodlands or Compass Real Estate.
Great, thanks. I would close with, we are in, I lead the Woodlands office, but we're working the Woodlands area, really. We're up in Lake Conroe, we're Lake Livingston, Magnolia, all of Montgomery, Spring. And then we have super powerhouse offices inside the Loop on Westheimer. We service the Heights, Memorial, Katy. And really, if you are probably listening to this, we have super pros in your marketplace. So give us a call if you need some excellent service and results.
Covering the map in a tremendous way. But one of the things, when you just hearing about Conroe, Huntsville even, Montgomery, we could say this about every area, Sugar Land included, but those areas are like pretty hot, aren't they?
They're booming. They're really, really busy. It's interesting because you listen to the news, the national news even.
I don't, but some
but
people
if you
do.
did, you would think that things were horrible. But these markets are really booming and strong. It's a seller's market, strong seller's market in all these areas.
And give us a quick word as you're helping multiple agents at your office. In fact, the whole team. Yep. I don't know how many transactions, but just give us a feel for how many people your agents are helping that are outside of Texas. Just is it 50%, 30%?
That are moving in?
That are coming from outside of Texas.
Yeah, it's not as dramatic as it was because relocations have slowed down, but I'm going to say it's still 25, 30% of buyers moving in from outside of the Houston area.
And let's tell people how they can reach you, Ken Brand. You're working on your brand too, I hear.
I'm working on it diligently.
You were born working on your brand.
It never ends. It never ends. You can reach me at 832-797-1779. If I miss your call, I'll get back to you as quick.
One more time, the number is?
832-797-1779.
And let's welcome back Catherine C. Wheat. Catherine, welcome back. And as we close the show, what else do you want people to know about your School of Real Estate or anything else?
Well, I want to take this time to brag on my instructors. I would not have gotten where I am today without an amazing team of instructors.
A whole team.
We have 9, and 2 are up in the Dallas area. The rest of them are down here. But they are all amazing. They're very dedicated to researching and really having deep knowledge of the classes that they teach. And I'm super proud of them. A couple of classes that we have coming up just this week, we talked about legal update. We've got that. We've got photo and video skills for social media marketing. That's an amazing class. TikTok for realtors, legal update again, and then understanding contracts and forms. We got all the required courses, and we got a lot of fun ones with social media as well.
And all this is on your website, which is?
KatherineWheat.com, KatherineWheat.com.
And your phone number is?
281-794-8111.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Ladies, NAREP, they are back. Eva and Nikki, welcome back. And before we close things down, Nikki, what else do you want people to know?
Just if they're interested in getting a membership, we would greatly appreciate it. They can sign up. We are looking to increase our North Houston chapter. So anything we can do to get the information out there. We do need more members. I believe in this chapter, and we have a lot of good things upcoming for the chapter.
And you were mentioning your relatives, how they either asked you or you encouraged them to be in the real estate profession. If there's someone out there that they're not your relatives and they're thinking, I heard Nikki, maybe I need to be a realtor. Give us a quick word, what it takes to be, in your mind, just maybe two qualities that it takes to be a good real estate professional, to be successful.
And hustle.
You got to hustle, don't you?
You got to hustle.
Eva, welcome back. Let's tell people what else you want them to know.
So just some last words about NAREP North Houston is that
let's tell people what NAREP is once again.
Okay, so NAREP North Houston is a nonprofit organization, and it stands for National Association for Hispanic Real Estate Professionals. And this organization is open to anyone and everyone that wants to join, grow their business, connect, network. What we really like about the North Houston chapter is that not only is it a growing chapter, but the entire north side of Houston is really booming and growing. There's so many builders out there.
So how can people reach you, Eva?
So they can reach me on my cell, 713-906-6914. Text is the best way to reach me.
Again, the number is?
713-906-6914.
And Nikki, how can people reach you?
832-433-3694. 832-433-3694.
Thank you, ladies, for being with us. And thank you all for listening to Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title. I am your host, Bill Nampick, together with John Bramlett, Tom Carpentier, Larry Warren, Justin Ramirez, all of us at Stewart Title and Stewart Insurance. We appreciate you listening. And once again, simply go to stewart.com/radio. That's right. I know you not only want to hear the show, but to see the show is a whole nother experience. Kind of like an IMAX thing, multiple cameras, many cameramen are in here working, bringing great angles and so much more. Once again, at stewart.com/radio. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
When it comes to real estate, everything matters. Whether you're a broker, realtor, homeowner, buyer, or seller, for informative and entertaining information when it comes to owning, buying, and selling real estate, tune in Sundays at 5 p.m. to Real Estate Matters with Stewart Title, brought to you by Stewart Insurance.